And do you mark me, sir? Prithee no more, thou dost talk nothing to me. I do well believe your highness, and did it to minister occasion to these gentlemen, who are of such sensible and nimble lungs that they always used to laugh at nothing. 'Twas you we laughed at. Who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still. What a blow was there given, and it had not fallen at flat long. You are gentlemen of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she would continue it in 5 weeks without changing. We would so, and then go about fowling. Nay, good Lord, be not angry. No, I warrant you, I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me asleep, for I am very heavy. Go sleep, hear us. What, all so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so. Please, you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow. When it doth, it is a comforter. We, too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety. Thank you, wondrous heavy. What a strange drowsiness possesses them. It is the quality of the climate. Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep. Nor I. My spirits are nimble, they fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what might? No more, and yet methinks I see it in thy face. What thou shouldst be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head. What? Art thou waking? Do you not hear me speak? I do, and surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakest out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say? This is a strange repose, to be asleep with eyes wide open, standing, speaking, moving, and yet so fast asleep. Noble Sebastian, thou lettest thy fortune sleep, die rather, winkest whiles thou art waking. Thou dost snore distinctly, there's meaning in thy snores. I am more serious than my custom, you must be so too, if heed me, which to do troubles thee all. Well, I am standing water, I'll teach you how to flow. Do so, to ebb hereditary sloth instructs me. Oh, if you but knew how you propose cherish, whiles thus you mock it, how in stripping it you move more invested, ebbing men indeed most often, do so near the bottom run, by their own fear of sloth. Prithee say on, the setting of thine eye and cheek proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws thee much to yield. Thus, sir, although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when he is earthed, hath here almost persuaded, for he's a spirit of persuasion only, professes to persuade the king his sons alive. 'Tis as impossible that he's undrowned as he that sleeps here swims. I have no hope that he is undrowned. Oh, out of that no hope, what great hope have you? No hope, that way is another way so high a hope can even ambition cannot pierce a wink beyond. But doubt discovery there, will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned? He's gone. Then tell me, who's the next heir of Naples? Claribel. She that is queen of Tunis, she that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life, she that from Naples can have no note, unless the sun were post. The man of the moon's too slow, till newborn chins be rough and razorable. She that from whom we always see swallowed, though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, whereof what's past is prologue, what to come is yours and my discharge. What stuff is this? How say you 'tis true my brother's daughter's queen of Tunis? So is she heir of Naples, twixt which regions there is some space? A space whose every cubit seems to crowd. How shall that Claribel measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian wake. Say this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps, lords that can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo I myself can make a trough of this deep chat. Oh, that you bore that mind that I do, what a sleep with this for your advancement. Do you understand me? Methinks I do. And how does your content tender your own good fortune? I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero. True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much feeter than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows, now they are my men. But for your conscience. Aye, sir, where lies that? If 'twere a kibe, 'twould put me to my slipper, but I feel not this deity in my bosom. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candid be they and melt ere they molest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like, that's dead, whom I with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever, whiles you, doing thus to the perpetual wink, for I might put this ancient morsel, this prudence, who should not upbraid our course. For all the rest, they'll take a suggestion as a cat laps milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say befits the hour. Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent, as thou goest Milan. I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the king, shall love thee. Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like, to fault on Gonzalo. Oh, but one word. My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies to keep them living. While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shall of slumber and beware. Awake, awake! Then let us both be sudden. Now, good angels, preserve the king. Why, how now? Ho, awake! Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking? What's the matter? For as we stood here securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls, or rather lions. Did it not wake you? It struck mine ear most terribly. I heard nothing. Oh, 'twas a din to fright a monster's ear, to make an earthquake. Sure it was the roar of a whole herd of lions. Heard you this, Gonzalo? Upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, and that a strange one too, which did awake me. I shaked you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise. That's verily. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons. Lead off this ground, and let's make further search for my poor son. Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure the island. Lead away. Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.